All right, what's up, guys? Gold Banks here, back with another. I sound like Punk, motherfucking. Damn, why I'm cursing? All right, hold on. We're gonna start over. Nah, fuck it. All right, hold on. We're gonna just start it out in 1 minute. All right, what's up, guys? Gold Banks here with a special video. We got a Broski video. My boy's talking about how he can change Marissa. He did like a Marissa vacation stream where he tried the character out for a week, did his best with her. He tries out the worst character of the season for, at the end of the season, and just gives his thoughts on how to improve the character, whatever. And me as a Marissa player, Marissa being the worst character this season, I just want to give it a look and give my reaction to what he's saying and my thoughts and opinions. So we gonna get right into it right now, right? And I got the cam on for y'all that like the cam, and we're gonna start it right here. Make sure the levels is right. We don't need it too loud because I don't want him to be over me. Okay. Mm. Yep. Damn. Damn. Yep. Very common. This is super common. Look at it's like jumping gives you. First of all, I'm doing this like a fucking match analysis. This ain't no fucking match analysis. All right. Let me stop cursing.
All right, I'm
We
done.
ain't even gonna talk about it. Let me just watch.
I can't. I'm not playing this character anymore.
That's very common with Marissa though. Even when I play the mirror match,
I'm
I do
throwing in
stuff
the
like
towel.
that.
I've had enough. I'm crashing out. I got up to almost 1800 MR, and then I just spent the last like hour just getting pissed off. I'm not playing this character anymore. Vacation's over. I'm not doing it. If you're a Marissa player, you are stronger than me. Let's have a quick discussion about what I think this character needs to be good, because right now she is so rough to play. I think I'm gonna make a little list. All right, we're gonna do my proposed Marissa fix here, because I've now been playing her for a week. I've seen her strengths and I've seen her many weaknesses. So how to make Marissa not doo-doo character by Broski, age 4. All right.
That's
Number
mad
one,
funny.
very
This
first
is
thing
hilarious. It's good
that we
comedy.
need to do with Marissa is a huge quality of life pass through. I'm just gonna write like QOL fixes just as like a catch-all here, because she has so many things which are so jank and just don't work in a way that's satisfying or reliable. So like, I'm not even going to start off by giving her any new stuff. I'm just going to start off with a bunch of quality of life fixes, because a good example is Terry, right? So if you guys remember when Terry first came out, Terry had a lot of jank. A lot of his combos like dropped at like weird ranges. He just didn't feel good to use, and that's one of the worst things a character can have, is lots of inconsistencies. So I'm going to start off with this. I'm going to give her like the Terry treatment. So level 3 becomes 2 frames startup when cancelled into. And just in case you don't understand why I'm doing that or what that means, let's talk about Akuma. You guys want to talk about Akuma? Let's talk about Akuma. You thought this was a Marissa?
Don't lie, this motherfucker Broski, he gives me like wise. I don't know if it's the beard, but like he just like even the way he did the notepad thing is just so like college student. Like I've been here before, and I'm gonna teach y'all something. Like, you know what I'm saying? I don't know. That's just from what I get from him as a person. Is like, it's cool.
It's actually secretly an Akuma video. Actually, I will say, this is a thing about Akuma that I think most characters should have. So, Akuma's level 3 is 8 frames startup. But, if you perform this as a cancel, if you look in the frame meter, it's 2 frames startup. And the reason for that is for consistency, because that means that when Akuma does something like DP level 3, as long as you're low enough to get the level 3, it should always come out. Like that. So the idea being that if they make it 2 frames startup, as long as the level 3 cancel is possible, it will always hit, because it's so unbelievably fast when performed as a cancel. Ken does not have enough time to like move after the cancel and then potentially get missed by the level 3.
Okay. That is an amazing change. That's something that I would have never known, that I would have never like thought of as a Street Fighter player. Because for in Mortal, I come from Mortal Kombat. Obviously, I tell you guys like all the time. So we didn't have any of this labbing and all this extra stuff. And even in Mortal Kombat, they didn't give a hoot to even do any change like that to make stuff work the way it's supposed to. They're like like micro brained when it comes to like changes and stuff. It's like they do the easiest change possible. They don't really think about anything. This right here is big brain. This should be universal, except for Ken, because I feel like his thing has an animation like for him to get a combo after it and everything, and he needs a weakness anyway. So just whatever, like just let Ken have that. And everybody's level 3 should hit consistently. And I've always wondered, like, there's times where I feel like Akuma's DP should whiff, like, yo, please let this whiff, and it never whiffs ever. So this answers the problem. So they really should have just went in and made everybody's thing 2-frame startup, you know, and then not well 2-frame startup off of cancels and stuff, and then after that, if there was something broken about it, then went back and adjusted those. But everybody's things should work consistently across the board. You shouldn't have to hit somebody and then worry about, oh, is my level 3 gonna actually connect? Da, 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 da. Like, yo, you're spending 3 bars that you accumulated probably over 2 rounds, unless you're like Guile or Ed or like Mai or something, you know, whatever. But this should always work. So he's right.
So you will never ever see Akuma do DP level 3 and it not be a combo because of that property. Marisa's level 3. Her level 3 is 13 frames start up, and if you perform it as a cancel, it's still 13 frames
Oh my
start up.
god.
And
It's
that
crazy how he
happens.
knew how to make it whiff
So
off the
every
rip.
single time you try and go for like a long range level 3 cancel like this, you are gambling instant death if depending
It's
on
happened
like
so many
micro spacing.
times.
So I'm saying her level 3 needs
So
to be
many
like
times.
2 frames start up if performed as a cancel, so that you don't have to like send a prayer every single time you do this cancel. And I think my other quality of life,
And for anyone that's opposed to this, right? It's like I feel like if you try to say that it's a balance thing, which it really can't be, part of your skill set shouldn't be making sure your move hits within the closest range possible, because like really if you think about like footsies and stuff, you're supposed to be hitting stuff at maximum range. You're not supposed to be hitting stuff point blank anyway. So it's like you should be rewarded for using the tools at the most optimal space. So it's like the skill shouldn't be me having the knowledge to know what's gonna whiff. It's like the skill was me hitting the move at max range, so now I should be rewarded. You know what I'm saying? So
fix that I want to mention is change her inputs, because Superman punch overlaps with level 1, and every time it happens I died a little on the inside. I thought I was just bad, and then I talked to a bunch of Marisa players, and it turns out this is a universal experience. It's so sensitive, like how easily you can get this when you want to go to a quick DP.
this is a good change as well. One thing that I've always wanted to be able to do, especially in Burnout, is crouching medium punch into Superman, like crouching medium punch into medium Superman. And for this specific reason, I don't do that, because you're very often, because you're going from especially if you start from a down back state, from down back, and if you press crouch and medium punch and you try to get Superman, you're gonna get level 1, like every time. I don't know how to input it where you don't, but that crouch and medium punch and medium Superman should be able to be done. So it's like he's right. It's really bad, but if you've played Marisa long enough, you definitely are able to know how to input it. But still, it still happens to the
Reconstitute into
best
some
of
sort
the time.
of dish. Oh, guys, do you see what I'm talking about? Do you see? That is the
Dang,
perfect
tournament
example.
GG's right there.
I'm gonna include this in the YouTube video
Except
because
play Shadow
everyone
and you will
earlier
learn faster.
who told me that real Marisa players never have to deal with that fucking input overlap. Do you see? This man is now in the losers bracket because he tried to do Superman punch and he got random level 1 and died. Thank you to that Marisa player for illustrating
Yeah.
perfectly what I was complaining about earlier. I'm just gonna sort of leave this as like QOL fixes, and basically any time that Marisa has an issue with combo consistency, I'm just gonna
More to my point, because Shoto players get random DP, but you guys, it's not a quarter circle down back thing with like, I know what you're talking about. You get random DP when you're trying to throw fireballs and stuff, but you can go back. You can do a full like U motion, or like like a full U motion, and negate that to get fireball. The problem is that it's not that I'm trying to do Superman, because when I try to do, when I try to do like forward knee gladius, I know to do the full U motion. It's because it's the actual DP motion that I'm doing. I'm doing like a move into DP. The DP is giving me super. I don't care if it were to give me Superman by accident when I'm using Gladius, or sometimes it's like whatever. It's the fact that you get a whole super when you're trying to do a DP. You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine how many, like, sometimes it happens with people when they try to anti-air DP. It happens sometimes. I see it, they get level 1, but it's just like, bro, at least with an anti-air, it works for the most part still. Like, if your level 1 comes out, sometimes you still get the anti-air. With Marisa's level 1, it's a death sentence.
gonna sort of group it under QOL fixes, because the most important thing she needs before you even talk about Marisa buffs is all of these things to be fixed. Because before you make a character even good, I think it's much more
Yeah,
important
you got to
to
do
make
that.
it
I
feel
do the half
satisfying.
circle all the time, but you
be the
can't
weakest
half
character in the
circle.
game, but at least
Like,
in your
maybe you
kit
can,
feels
but
like
doing
it
half
works.
circle
That's not
DP
too
is
bad. But
weird.
if you feel
Like,
you're
that's a
constantly
whole like U and then a K. Like, you got to go back, forward, back down, like what? Like, I'll try it though. Like, I'll try it maybe another time. I'll boot up Street Fighter and
fighting
try it.
against the system mechanics,
But
just
it's
to
not
get
that I'm
stuff
trying to do
work. That's a really
a
bad
fireball
thing. So
motion. I'm trying to do a
that should be
DP
number one
motion, and I'm
priority.
getting
But
level 1.
if we are moving past just quality of life stuff into actual buffs, so I was thinking a little bit about like what Marisa's archetype is supposed to be in this game, and I think she's a brawler, not a grappler. So I don't really want to turn her into like a character that's super designed around her command grab too much. I want to lean more into the brawler archetype.
I
So I'm
agree.
going to focus on changes that kind of like work with that. Her whole thing should be like big damage and scary frame traps rather than just turning her into Zangief. So with that being said, the very first thing I'm going to do is this, which this change fixes like 6 different issues that she has instantly. This fixes so many things at once. Right now, her crouch jab is +3 on hit,
Mash
which
fest.
means
They mashing on
she
you.
has absolutely no way of doing light to medium on counter hit. So like a character, so the thing about Marisa is she's a plus frame dispenser. She has lots of ways of giving herself plus frames, like this thing, her charge normals, this is plus. But it feels so bad when you get the plus frames and then you catch your opponent mashing, you get your counter hit, which is what a plus frame character should be aiming for, and your reward for getting a counter hit is nothing.
That's
because
facts.
she doesn't have any link here.
Yep.
So if you make this +5, this would link on counter hit, and the other thing is
facts.
this would be a link on punish counter.
And this is exactly why it's so hard to get out the corner with Marisa, because like, let's say you were to like, if you know that a gap is coming, right? If you know a gap is coming or they did something fake, you have to jab and hit confirm into light Dema, right? And if you hit confirm into, like, first of all, that takes a lot of brain power. If you're doing that, you're not anti-airing anything, because you have to know for sure that your jab is going to hit. If your jab doesn't hit, you're cooked on block and you're getting hit with a corner combo, like when somebody probably already has mad gauge because they just threw you like 3 times. You know what I'm saying? This is why I think E Honda is stronger than Marisa, because he has a mash into headbutt and it just gets him out of jail. Or he can do mash into 1,000 hands that just gets him out of jail. It's like, if you feel like a gap is coming, you have a safe option to back out. And I'm not asking for it to link on normal hit. I'm saying at least counter hit. So when I know I hit this counter hit jab, that I can at least confirm from the counter hit and get a combo and push myself out the corner. But this is why I always tech, because it's like, bro, even if I hit the counter hit jab, whoop-de-doo, he's mashing low forward or he's mashing like anything else to like whatever. It's like it doesn't matter because he's just gonna mash on block because I should be getting a combo, but I don't get a combo. Most I get is 2 jabs. Like, and I can confirm off the 2 jabs, but sometimes the second jab whiffs depending on how they spaced it or what button they used on block or whatever. And then you try to press the second jab, they're mashing. Now they're beating your jab with a heavy punch because you thought you could get 2 jabs and now they got a counter hit heavy punch. So it's like,
which fixes
the corner
another
is brutal
issue
with Marisa.
which is that in season 2, Capcom buffed drive reversal to make it only -6 on block, and that inadvertently fucking killed Marissa's punishes on drive reversals. So like right now her best drive reversal punish is like that, and even if she does like a full cash out, she doesn't get a whole lot more, but theoretically she'd be able to do like this, which is a nice little damage increase. It's not too much though.
That's
the
fire.
other thing is that Marisa really was a huge victim of change.
I can agree with this more than my proposed fix. My proposed fix was making standing medium punch 6 frames. If you don't want to make standing medium punch a super move, like a super powerhouse move, I would at least take this, because this way you can get a meterless conversion, or you can launch them with back heavy punch, and then you can choose to either spin the bar or not. Like you can spin the bar for corner carry, and then you can spin another bar for Oki or whatever, right? So you spin the bar and then you do the extension, like you do the Dima, and then you do the back heavy punch into, let's say, Superman, right? From the Superman, then you can go into drive rush for Oki. But if you were to try to get that set up with Marisa now, you would have to spin 2 bars on OD Dima to launch, and then you have to spin another bar for the extension, and then another bar for Oki. That's 4 bars. Brother, this man just drive reversal. Why the hell am I spending 4 bars for something decent? Like,
To the system.
it doesn't make sense for me to
season
get
2 is they
all
added
of
a
that.
shitload of scaling to lights. So I can understand why they didn't want this to be a link in season 1, because this would have done 200 billion damage back then. But now that they've made lights scale really hard as a combo starter, I think we can give her crouch jab back fierce on punish counter. Because look how hard this scales. Like, full cash out combo is like, I don't know.
That's not full cash out. But I'll take what he's saying
3K
for
on a
whatever.
drive reversal.
Maybe I should boot up Street Fighter. You think if I boot up Street Fighter, it'll clip the it'll bomb the thing? Nah, I ain't gonna do it. I might just throw it in after. I'll just do like some editing or whatever, and then I'll throw it
In this theoretical
But he
scenario,
should have been going into OD Dima. Going into OD Dima, he might be getting like 36%.
like, that's not even that big of a deal.
And not OD Dima,
So that's another problem
OD Quad.
fixed. We've also fixed her drive reversal punish, and the last problem is this. So Marisa is also cursed to be unable to convert well off jabs. She cannot do jab, jab, drive rush, jab, which is like a huge through line in this game. So
Super.
if we make crouch jab go from being +3 to +5, that also makes this a combo, because it would look like this. So again, she would also actually be able to convert off jab, but because of the jab scaling changes, it wouldn't be that big of a deal, because it's like, this is what the combo would look like. And that's fine. That's not that much damage. That's probably less than a lot of other characters can do.
And I think this +5 thing that he's proposing would help her a lot as well in Burnout, right? Because in Burnout, you can't do a light button into chipping anything. Like another character could do like light crouch and light punch into EX Fireball or something, and then just chip you out with a little bit of whatever, right? But with Marisa, if you try to do crouch and light into Gladius, it's got a gap in it, so you'll get smoked. And if you try to do, even if you try to do crouch and light punch, and let's say they had the smallest micro fraction of a gate of health left. If you try to do crouch and light punch into even Dima that's punishable and death on block, it still has a gap in it. So if they're on modern or if they're just mashing the super very, very good and a very good timing, which doesn't have to be very good because there's a buffer window or whatever, you can still get hit. So having that be more plus would help her in burnout and shipping people out and stuff like that. And more like, not saying that she should have like infinite chip pressure or whatever, but it's like, yo, if they only have a little bit of gauge, jabbing into whatever, it should be a universal checkmate to anybody. You know,
I think adding 2 frames of advantage to her jab fixes like so many issues that I'm shocked they haven't done it yet. Speaking of her crouch jab, I'm actually not finished yet because we're also going to do this. I genuinely have no idea why her crouch jab is -3 on block. It can't even frame trap into itself, which is bizarre.
Trash.
So right now,
trash ass bitch.
Crouch jab trades.
Garbage.
It feels so bad when it happens. Chaining jabs in this game is supposed to be your anti-mash option. And the other thing is, because her jab is -3 on block, that also means that drive rush jab is only +1, which means that
shout out Mr. DF, shout out Captain Dax.
Of stuff like this. This is actually fake, this tick throw, because you're only +1 on block. So if you make it -2, this becomes a real tick throw. I'm not done yet. I've got 3 more changes.
Real stuff. And her walk speed mad slow too.
That drove me insane while I was playing Marisa. Let me show you something that Ryu has. So I'm gonna stand here with Ryu, and I'm gonna record the dummy just walking backwards. Now Ryu is not really a brawler. That's not his archetype. And yet, when Ryu presses his solar plexus, do you notice that Ken completely stops moving the moment that you start pressing this button? So it's impossible to walk out of range.
This shit is broke. I would rather them knock this down to 14 frames and remove this shit, because you can't outspace the move. Like if you're walking back and the motherfucker decides to do it, you can't even punish him correctly unless you start doing it before he, like, you got to hit your punish on him flinching. This shit is broke. Just speed it up and take off the proximity guard. Nerf this motherfucker. Cause this shit right here, this is broke as hell.
Plexus is a proximity block machine.
Yeah, it's super hard to check. It's just like you can't whiff punish the shit. Like if you're walking back out of range and he would whiff, the game's like, hold on. Give him a chance. He was gonna hit it in the range 20 frames ago, so you just stay right there.
Walk out of her pressure. She literally cannot stop people walking out of her pressure. So yeah, I think this should have some degree of proximity block, because it's so easy to walk out of this thing, especially if you've got fast back walk speed. Back to Akuma again. All roads lead to Akuma.
Not gonna lie. I was here live. This shit broke. This is a bad change. But buff Marisa, I ain't gonna say shit about it.
Alright. Like, it is impossible to lock down Akuma because he just walks out of all of your pressure. And the other change I mentioned is also the pushback on block. If you do manage to make someone...
All right. Maybe EX Gladius, cool. The only reason why I say it's broke is because of burnout. Like, burnout would be like so bad because what is it on block? It's like it's +4, right? On burnout, it's +8. Like, that shit would be broke, bro. Like, and it does mad... it takes off mad health and burnout. So if you do like drive rush, heavy gladius, and you hold it, it's like, yeah, they can super you, but if they don't super you, they're about to eat big damage into +8 to wherever you held them from. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it would just be so crazy and burnout. Like, maybe if drive rush into special wasn't a thing, maybe, but the fact that like this is crazy. That's too much. I ain't gonna lie, it's a little too much.
You get a +4 situation on,
and like, you know, let you try to shimmy me. I'm gonna just walk back and then gladius. Like, I'm literally just gonna try to walk back out of like your range a little bit, and then just gladius you, and then just try to hit whatever you tried to shimmy me with every time.
But the problem is, this also does insane amounts of pushback. So it's like, yeah, you're +4,
because then you cover like neutral jump and you cover the shimmy
mix up here, because Grab doesn't come close to reaching. You're nowhere close to throw.
Like, it would destroy Kim. Like,
So
Kim
I think
would
if
be
you get
getting
the full
donkey for
charge,
it.
they should be a little bit closer as well, so that you can actually take advantage of your plus frames. Speaking of people walking out of Marissa's pressure,
And this is like from him not playing Marissa or just not listening to me, because I definitely was in chat telling him some shit and he wasn't listening. But what he's asking for here is what they already did for charge sweep. So everything that he's asking for is just charge sweep. This is literally charge sweep. That's what it's supposed to be.
2 MK now super cancelable 18 frame confirm window. So Marissa, I mentioned that people can just walk out of her pressure all day every day. The only thing she has to stop people walking back are the worst lows in history. So like you can sweep, but it's minus a billion on block. Crouch light kick has no range, and so you're only left with crouch medium kick.
And it's 9 frames, by the way. 9 frames, not supers cancelable, not special cancelable. It can't DRC, and it's 9 frames. Motherfucking Chun-Li can sweep you from fucking West Africa, special cancelable, super cancelable, all types of shit, and it's faster. What the fuck is this move for?
And this crouch medium kick leads to quite literally nothing ever. It's one of the weird...
And +2 on hit. And it doesn't move him forward. Yo, JP sweep, this motherfucker start digging into the ground and moving, inching closer to you every time he does sweep. Like, bro.
Crouch medium kicks in the game. So like when I read that my opponent is going to try and walk out of pressure, I press crouch medium kick and my reward is a +2 situation that leads to nothing. So I'm not saying...
But at least with Guile, right? With Guile, at least you can do, like, if you were to catch like a counter hit or punish counter with it or something like that, you can do low forward flash kick. You know what I'm saying? Like on punish counter. So it's like, at least with Marit, this would help her with too. And Burnout, it'd be like, that's only Guile. But it's like, it is literally only Guile. Guile doesn't need anything with his low forward. And his low forward got a whole mix. He can go low, high. I understand it's punishable on block, but it's like, it has a lot more utility than this. Like, all right. So if that's the case, give me Guile's and Guile can have Marissa's then, if that's how you feel. Because I'll take that shit. Give me the low high mix up. Give me the spam ability of it. Because you can't even spam this shit back like over and over and over again to check space or anything like that. Like, it's got mad recovery. The shit garbage. And then this would help her in Burnout, right? Because in Burnout currently, it's like, a lot of people do like what you call it? Like, they do like standing button, like a standing heavy punch, and they buffer level 1 or whatever to catch you if you try to DI them. This the same thing what Marissa would be able to do. The same thing that Aki does. The same thing that everyone does. It's like, at least you could stick this button out, and when you stick the button out and you see the DI, you could at least react. Marissa can't do that. Like, she can try to do, forward knee. Forward knee is the best one, because then you can just do it into Gladius. But if you do it too late, you just get DI'd. And if you do it with crouching medium punch, the cancel window is super short. So it's kind of hard to react to if you don't do it like very not her crouching medium kick, her sweep. Aki's the crouching heavy kick, the one when she kicks up, it's got a like generous ass like 13 frame or 8, 15, some big ass cancel window. She can just keep doing it over and over again. And you gotta
make this thing.
You said crouching heavy punches or sweep. Crouching heavy kick is a little up kick move. Bro, what the fuck? Bro, first of all, I don't even have DLC. So I'm just really guessing the moves. Like, you come on, bro. You killing the video.
Cancelable.
You know what I mean, motherfucker. I said the up kick move. You know what I'm talking about.
But I do think at the very least this should be super cancelable, and you should be able to single hit confirm it. And the final change is going to be a buff to her command grab. And I know that sounds strange because I started this by saying that I don't want her to be a looping blender character. I'm not going to increase the range on her command grab.
No, I'm probably not going to change character
or anything like that. I'm going to say command grab now refunds half a bar of drive on hit. Because when you finally do land the command grab with Marissa, it doesn't feel very good. Let me show you what happens with Zangief. If you look at Zangief's drive gauge after a situation like this, he gets almost a bar of drive from landing SPD. This was one of his big buffs.
I didn't even notice. This is crazy. That's
I'm not
mad
saying we
good.
give
You know, I
Marisa
kind
a
of did
whole
notice it when I
bar,
was playing Zangief.
but it does offset a little bit of the investment of like using a drive rush cancel to get in. But like when you're playing Marisa, her command grab does not refund drive.
You know what's crazy? They build more bar than you when you do it. Like I feel like if he was like close to burnout, right? And I had mad gauge, this would help so much because sometimes it's like they're close to burnout and I'm like I know that I don't want to command grab because I know that when I finish my command grab, he might be winning the gauge war. Because if I were to like drive rush command grab him on like Oki or something, like let's say I got the hit and like let's say I hit him with a charge sweep, right? I hit him with a charge sweep and then I like dash up and I command grab him, the man builds like 2 bars during that whole process because he's knocked down on the floor for mad long, and then the command grab is mad long, and then it's like, yo, it just like they start building so much gauge, and then you end up losing the gauge war just by doing like natural
You
pressure.
go back to regular recovery. So I think you should get half a bar of drive for landing command grab. I think these changes would be enough. They're not going to make her like top 1 or anything, but I think they make her a lot less annoying to play. I think that's the goal here, is to make her feel a little bit more satisfying. No anti-air changes? I honestly don't think her anti-air is anywhere near as bad as you guys do.
Shout out Goldbanks.
Player in me talking,
Buddy over here.
like her crouch fierce honestly didn't feel that bad to use. If I was being extra,
yeah, you can leave her anti-air. You can leave her anti-air. I don't care about him, bro.
Backdash frames normalized, can backdash throws in the corner and be +4. This should be a universal change, honestly. Yeah, this shouldn't even be a Marisa change. I think every single character in the game should be able to punish.
This is like what they're doing with Street. This is some Mortal Kombat shit. Like it'd be like 3/4 of the cast can do something, and then there's like 3 or 4 characters that can't do it, and they're low tier characters. It's like, shouldn't it be the other way around where the low tier characters are able to do something to balance them being bad, and then the higher tier characters shouldn't be able to do it? It's like the best characters in the game are able to use this. The best characters in the game have fireballs to combat level 1s, so you could use level 1s aren't fireball invulnerable. The best characters in the game have invulnerable DPs. The best character in the game has a down back level 1. It's like they have all of these tools and a backdash and a good forward dash and good walk speed, but then the bad characters have this. And this isn't the reason why they're bad, but it adds to why they're bad. I feel like the better characters should have gaping holes like this to compensate or like give them a weakness. You know what I'm saying? This is that Mortal Kombat shit that be pissing me off.
Throw in the corner with a backdash. It's fucking insane that you can't, to be honest. So yeah, this has been my experience with
like Jury be out here backdash, forward dash, grab. Like what the fuck?
I was having fun on like day 1 and day 2. Because
what makes Marisa bad is this right here. This like the first 3 things. This crouch and light punch, because she gets abused in the corner. The corner, she can't fight out the corner because even if you hit a motherfucker on a hit, he's mashing back. It's just so bad. It's like it don't really matter.
Because it was just the novelty of playing a new character, but once like the reality started to set in and I was like starting to the initial like fun
just these 3 changes right here would help her so much. Even if she doesn't get anything else, I would be happy with those top 3 changes.
But of course, it's not up to me. This is just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments section, and I will see you all in the next video.
Actually, now that I thought about it, when I said that thing about her with the Gladius thing, lie, because that's definitely because she's -3 on hit, and then Gladius is just a big move to try to fill that gap. But you know, whatever. Somebody correct me in the comments. You know, him niggas are geniuses. But let me switch back to here. Hopefully, I should stop recording before I flip this motherfucker. But I'm gonna just flip it. Just fuck it. All right, yeah, I feel we flipped it. All right. Overall, I love the video. I really enjoyed his commentary. I feel like those tips and those, not those tips, those notes came from a seasoned Street Fighter player that really put his mind to it. Um, I feel like a lot of those would really help her, especially the crouch jab situation is so bad. It's like it makes you not even want to check drive rush with crouch jab, because if you try to check the drive rush with crouch jab, it's like, okay, cool, I don't get anything for it. But there are ranges where you know they're gonna drive rush, but you try to stand a medium punch, but it's just like you can't fit a 7 frame move from where they drive rush and where you where you're standing at. Like you just can't fit it in there. So it's like I know it's coming, but in my head, I don't even want to try crouch jab because what I'm gonna have to hit confirm it into light Dema. I've seen Punk do it, and it's like, yeah, I should be doing it. But then like when you're in the heat of the moment and stuff like that, it's like, bro, like, am I really about to put all of my brain thought into just checking a drive rush with crouch jab and a light Dema for the grand return of not a damn thing? It's like you don't even get nothing for it. At least if he, I could just, if I know it's a drive rush for game situation and they drive rush at me, I can crouch jab, DRC, crouch jab, back heavy punch, get my whole, stuff off, and you die for it. But now if I just crouch jab like Dema, if I don't have level 3 or whatever, it's like, I get to guess again, So whatever. Those changes were really good. I really liked the video. Cool streamer. Most time I spent in his stream, I feel like it was a good way to reach out to the audience. He gave me some content to respond to. Great guy, cool guy, and yeah, basically everything but the Gladius change, I pretty much agree with. Uh, but we'll see what she gets. I'm still gonna be playing Marisa regardless. I might pick up another character. Like I got a little geef on me, but who knows? Maybe I'll pick somebody else up if I start losing hope. Like if I feel like after this patch, I'll probably lose hope that they'll do anything for her. So if I decide to like really take the game, not I'm never gonna take the game serious, but because it's really just like I like playing characters that I like, but if they don't put like a Seth or a Khan or like a character that I actually think is cool in here, then I'll probably just play Geef and just still play Marisa for fun or whatever. But I'll never take it competitively serious if she don't get buff right here, because then she'll never be good. Because like she's literally the worst character in the game. Like if it's not done now, it'll never be done. So thank you guys for watching. I appreciate the likes, the follows, the subs, all that stuff. We've been killing it like this last month. Like this last month is crazy. Every time I boot up, I get like mad follows on Twitch and I get mad subs on YouTube. Not mad subs. I don't be subbing on YouTube. But mad views, mad comments, mad engagement. Appreciate y'all though. And catch y'all in the next one.